Hello. So I've had some experiences lately. I will discuss them. I'm a guy who is not tall. I'm about average height. I am ethnic-ish, and I am decently good looking. Not great looking, but I'm okay. But there are a lot of guys way better looking than me that are not doing well with women. And I seem to be doing a lot better than I was before, right? So here's a few things. I was talking to my friend. She actually is a girl that I sleep with. And I went to the beach with her recently. Basically, she was telling me, pointing out men that she finds attractive as we were walking around. We were in a big city, and she found like none of the guys attractive. It was pretty crazy. And the guys that she did find attractive, they weren't exactly good looking either. They did not have good facial structure. A lot of them, they didn't have terrible facial structure, but it was more their general appearance, their style, their look, their health, for instance. Those things mattered. She told me that body matters more to women than face when it comes to sex, and attraction. She said body matters more than face. Now, keep in mind, guys, you are lucky because I have a fountain of knowledge that I'm giving you guys, so you should be grateful here. This is coming from a guy who knows a lot of women in general, who understands how reality is really well. So she was explaining that for women, body matters more than face. Of course, there's a limit to that. Like if a guy's a terrible face, then it's going to be different. But I started showing her pictures of guys that had faces that were not good looking, and they had really nice physiques. And she said he is attractive. She was attracted to them, even though they had bad faces. So apparently, that's what she's saying. She's saying body matters more than face. Now height matters there too. So, but here's another thing. Check this out. Last night, okay, I'll tell you what happened recently. This has been my life for the past few days. Saturday, I go to a beach with a girl who has a nice ass. She's actually kind of older. She's attractive though. She really likes me, and I am being a good friend, let's say. I think she wants more than friendship, but I'm not into it. I don't want to settle down with any girl. So we go to the beach. We come back afterwards at night to my place. As she's leaving, she forgot something in my apartment. She comes back, and I just told her I want to have sex with you, and she got excited about it. All right, and we started having sex, and she left that night to go do her work, whatever. But then the next day, I invited this very attractive 23-year-old girl who was sexy as hell. Like, I was walking through the street with her, and there was all these people looking at her. She was dressed with like these nice jeans, beautiful butt, very sexy face, nice hair, big lips, kind of like Brazilian-ish looking, very attractive girl. And I had sex with her the first night too. Basically, walk with her for a bit. We go get soup at this Thai restaurant, and we go out. And I said, I basically said we could go back. We could eat this at my place. We don't have to like eat out. We could eat at my place. She said, okay, go to my place. And basically, I just kind of did what I wanted, and it worked out. I basically went in for. Whenever I wanted to touch, I would touch. Whenever I wanted to go for a kiss, I would. And I think she responded really well to that. You know, girls, when they're on a date with you, I think that they like to feel like they like it when a guy does what he feels he on the inside, what he actually wants to do. They like guys who are attracted to them. They like guys who are, who have a sort of like, sexual energy behind their behavior towards them. I'm not talking about in a creepy way. I'm talking about in like a, I do think your attractiveness is a big part of that. Like if you were an ugly guy, your sexual advances will be not accepted. They will be, you'll get rejected. Things have changed a lot in the past months, right? So I had the girl on the beach, then another girl the next day, and then last night I had a really beautiful blonde girl who is taller than me come over directly to my apartment. And as soon as she got here, we started making out, and we started sex like right after we started making out. So keep in mind, this is coming from a guy who was like incel status in his early 20s. Like, he did not have sex for like a long time, so this is improvement. All this stuff comes down to if you were to ask me why am I doing better than before, there's a few reasons. It's not just me, it's also the scenario. I think COVID and the fact that things are brightening up and then people are going out, etc., and more excited to meet one another, I think that is a big factor. I think people are excited about meeting new people now because now they're putting less restrictions because of COVID, so that is a factor. Number two, I think I've gotten my body, my physical health a lot better. Number three, I meet a lot of women. And yes, I will say that behaviors that indicate confidence, strength of character, and at times warmth are very, very attractive to women. If you convey strength, there's a very good book called Compelling People. You guys should read that book. But it talks about how when we meet someone, we quickly judge instinctively their levels of strength and their levels of warmth. A person who's very strong, has very little warmth, would be Hitler, for instance. Hitler, right? Extremely strong character, and what he's doing, his power is very high. He's very strong. Even his behavior, his body language was always, his head was up high, shoulders back. Very confident, strong, powerful guy. Very little warmth. So I think women a lot of times get attracted to characters that are of strength. You could experiment with this. Behave one day with more strength. And when you approach a girl, when you're nervous and stuttering, I've noticed girls hate that when I'm like that. Some of them find it cute, but a lot of girls hate that. They don't like it. They like it when I walk up and I'm like extremely confident. I'm not needy. I'm very centered, and I'm kind of doing my own thing. And I kind of walk up and I say, I just found you attractive. What's your name? And I'm very direct and I'm not nervous. And I behave with higher status, I guess you could say. They do pick up on these signals, guys. It's not all about looks. It really isn't. This is coming from a guy who has looks maxed and who has experienced a lot of women. In reality is more nuanced than these black pill concepts. It's a lot more nuanced. The girl from last night, though, this blonde girl, she was stunning, man. Like, honestly, her ass was like, it was in jeans. She had these tight jeans on, and I was so amazed by her ass in those jeans. It was insane. She had this juicy ass. She was taller than me, man. She was like 5'11", 6 foot tall, and she was very attractive to me. And I'm not particularly great looking, but I did do things with a lot of passion. I did when I first met her. Think about this. So I met her. I met her like the first time we met. When I first met her on the street, I just met her on the street, and I told her I walked with her for a bit. Everything about me was I was conveying like passionate, sexual desire for her, but subtly. It was like in my eyes, and my body language conveyed those things. It attracted her. She picked up on these signals, and she gave me her number, and then I invited her out for smoothies the next day, and we go to an area in New York called Central Park, and I take her into the Central Park at night. We go with smoothies into the park at night. I take her to one area, and we start making out, and I finger her in the park. I tried to get her come back, but she says, I have to work tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right. So she goes home, and then I invite her again for like a few days later, which is yesterday. And she comes directly to my place this time because I fingered her in the park already, right? So there's like sort of barrier that was crossed that I already am past. So she came directly over. And it was weird, though, because everything in my head was telling me this. Everything in my mind told me she's of really higher genetic quality than me. That's what I was thinking to myself. I was like, this girl outdoes me in genetics big time. Like, she's just a very good-looking girl. She's a very pretty blue eyes, very nice blonde hair, very soft blonde hair, beautiful skin, pretty face, juicy ass, nice boobs, young. She was like the type of chick that you would want. If there's porn that you're watching, like, you'd want to see this chick. Let's put it that way. This is a chick that you'd like aim to watch. So she was over at my place. As soon as she gets here, I open the door, I look at her, and I'm sexually driven, so I just immediately go in and start making out with her, right? And then I escalated from there. I lift her up and I bring her to my bedroom. I start kissing her all over and etc. It got heated real quick and we started having sex, and then I was tired though because the day before I had sex with another that brunette girl, that 23-year-old girl, for the day before, so the one that I was talking about with the big ass, the Brazilian looking one. So I was tired. It's like I'd only do it one time, but afterwards we talked a bit. I played my guitar. I played some. I do also violin, so I played some violin for her. I sang something. I don't know what I did, but I just did a bunch of stuff like that. And she seemed to. I don't know. She really seemed to like me. She was very into me, even though I'm definitely not the genetic quality level, let's say, of this chick. Now, here's the thing that was interesting, and I talked to her about this. They say in the black pill community that the sexual marketplace, women have like so many options, everything. I asked her, I talked to her for a bit. Man, I was thinking to myself, this girl probably has like CEOs and famous people, etc., trying to sleep with her. And it turned out not to be the case. She told me that it's not the case. Of course, she doesn't do Tinder, though. So once she opens Tinder, then it's a whole new world for her, right? But it made me wonder, the whole time I was a little bit like, damn, why doesn't she just go with a guy who's like 6'4", rich dude who's very good looking? Why did she choose me? I was thinking that. And I think if you're an incel, or like a guy who's not very attractive, and you make yourself attractive, there's going to be a part of your brain that's going to be like, I'm not good enough. What's going on? You'll be a good-looking guy or a decent-looking guy in an ugly guy's with an ugly guy's mentality, because you've been unattractive your whole life, right? So I had that. I had that feeling where I was having a lot of doubt and a lot of like a little bit insecurity, and from the inside, I kind of fixed it on the inside. Like I try during the moment, I tend to make it that feeling go away. But the truth of the matter is that maybe if she is here, I must have been a decently attractive dude, or either that or behavior matters a lot. Because my behavior, my mentality is different than most guys. Maybe you guys can hear from the way I'm talking now, my mentality is a little bit more like, active. My mentality is a little bit more alive. I'm not jaded. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a jaded person. I will never be jaded. I will always be a person excited about understanding life and the truth. Even the black pill stuff, it's for me, it's educational material. It's stuff that I use to improve. I don't use it to cry. You know? Let me think. So the advice for you guys that I always give, I really do think health and fitness is like massively important. And I think people are attracted to happiness. I think women a lot of times are attracted to happiness. Okay. One other thing. You know, there's that dark triad thing that women are attracted to guys who are screwed up. It's true, but it's not for all women. I'm promising you that. It's not because I'm not dark triad. I'm not a dark triad person at all. And there are girls that have said that they like to be like spoken to in a dirty way while having sex, right? They want to be like degraded, right? And then there's girls who are like, who I thought that they would want that, and I say something like, I could call them a hoe or something while we're having sex, and they don't like it, and they literally like they want to leave or something afterwards. So there's a variety of women, man. The girl from yesterday is not into that stuff. The blonde one that I had here, she's into like positive stuff, bright stuff. She's into things like eye contact, kissing, hugging. She's into stuff like that. And then the girl from the day before, the Brazilian-looking one, is into kinky shit. She's into like weird. She likes to be degraded and fucked up shit. Stuff that's dark. That dark style is not my style. I'm not a dark person. I'm a person of light. Of course, everyone has different colors, but mostly I'm a person of light. So, the big change came from number one, the environment, my actual environment. I'm in an area with a lot of women. Number two, I think I became more physically attractive. My hair, I've been using something called RU58841, so my hair is coming back pretty nicely. Number three, fitness. I got my body in check. It's not great right now because I've been eating crap. I got complacent because I'm getting women now, so now I'm getting complacent. I'm not taking care of myself as much as I was before. But getting in shape definitely made a huge factor. Becoming there's a quote, a healthy man is a fertile man. I think that's from Tim Ferriss. And I think that's very true. I think your sexual energy and your libido is really correlated with your general health. So I think women pick up on men of high sexual energy and high sexual health. They're attracted to men who have this. Think about it this way. Have you ever, charisma? Women are attracted to charisma. In my opinion, charisma is the conveyance through your body, through your smile, through your voice of sex energy. I really think that is. Watch the interview of, if you want an example of someone who exudes high amount of sexual energy, look at the interview of Marlon Brando on the Dick Cavett show. Dick Cavett, I think that's his name, Dick Cavett or something. Watch his interview when he's older. The way he walks into the stadium and to the floor, and he's like so confident. He sits down and he smiles. He has complete autonomy, which autonomy means like he has complete freedom of the way he moves. Like he doesn't move in a way that, or smile in a way, or does things in a way that is reflecting of him caring about other people's opinion. He's a force. He really is a force. He's not someone reactive to the world. He's a force, right? He's a powerful force. And you could see the sex energy exuding from him when he does that. And I asked the girl, I talk to girls a lot about what is attractive and not, about in men. And from what I've been seeing, there's a few things that are very, very important, I guess. I notice women always like men who have a high degree of sex energy. I'm not talking about. Don't get me wrong in saying like you have to be like a rapist type dude. No, I'm talking about a guy who has like his body language. He doesn't have to even direct it at anyone. It could be completely like just him walking down the street, but the way his body moves, the way his smile is, the way he looks in people's eyes conveys a lot of libido, let's say, or testosterone. I don't know what to call it. Sex energy. This the same thing Marlon Brando exuded in that video on the Dick Caveat show, right? If you look at him and how he behaves, this is a very attractive woman. Every girl I've talked about that is like, her eyes are like glued to the screen. He's old in that too. He's old. Has bad hair, old. His outfit looks kind of weird. He's fat. But the way he behaves there is very attractive to women. And charisma, you know how women say they like charismatic men? Yeah, that has to do with sexual energy. I really do think that. I notice when my sexual energy is high, I can walk down the street, and my sexual desire is high. I can walk down the street and give girls a look from my eyes to them, and they literally like look away, then they look back, like bug-eyed at me. Like they like it. They're attracted to it. They feel something there, right? And it happens to a lot of women. I notice when I'm high in sex energy and I do stuff like that, I can meet girls real quick, get their number, leave, and then I could literally like invite them to a date, and on the date I could become physical real quick. Like literally within like 10 minutes of meeting, my arms could be around her. We could be talking about romantic stuff. We could be going, we could be hugging, we could be kissing even. We could be making out within 10 minutes. But yeah, these are just some things I want to say. Keep in mind, I just want to give you an update on how my situation's evolving through self-improvement. And so I'll tell you, I have another date with another chick tonight. These are all girls I meet in person. I don't use Tinder, nothing like that. Then I have other girls another chick who is from Hawaii. She's decently hot. She's like working for like some corporation here in the New York area. She's decently hot. She wants to meet me on Wednesday. She's asking me out. This chick is asking me out on a date, man. So I'm getting asked out by women. My Chad, I'm not tall. I'm under 6 foot. I'm not white. I don't. I'm not. I don't know what you want to say. I don't fit the criteria of Chad, but I have Chad friends who are not doing as well as me. I don't know what it is then. If the black pill is so like an absolute truth, I don't know what to say then, because it seems that I have a lot of I have friends who are like male model type dudes who are not doing as well as me right now. I have friends who are model type. I have friends who are white, tall, and rich who are not doing as well as me. Think about that. They legit are like, one of my friends is making $250,000 a year, and he's under 30 years old. And he's tall, he's good looking, he's white. And he's going on dates, and girls aren't responding to him after. Think about that shit. And then I'm this guy who does not have all these superficial aspects to him, but I am finding beautiful, like porn star looking blonde type women, meeting them, fingering them in a park on the first date, then inviting them over a few days later and having sex within 10 minutes of them arriving. Bro. I don't know what to call it. I think the black pill should not be seen as an absolute truth. I think it's a lot more nuanced, but I do think that the biggest leverage point I've had was getting in shape and healthier. So physical appearance, I do think, definitely matters. Fashion sense as well, man. Fashion sense takes you a long way. Girls can be severely turned off by bad fashion choices. I really do think that. Let me think. So that's going to say, what else happened? I have a model she's a model from an agency who is a very beautiful blonde girl from Europe who is inviting me to hang out with her girlfriends today. So I might go there. I don't know what to say, man. I'm not Chad, dude. I really am not. I'm not white. But it seems that I'm doing better than most people who are Chad tier. Maybe not all, but like maybe not most, but like a lot of them. So I feel like there's something else there. It isn't that simple. What the statistics say and the numbers say is applying to the average. Like, also keep in mind, man, never mind. I'm not going to get into it. I just have a little bit of questioning about it. But I do think, guys, get yourselves healthy, get yourselves in shape, get your bodies looking nice, and also meet women. Meet women and do it well. Go in with strength, not overbearing strength, but when you go and meet women, go in with going with strength of character. Girls generally, when I do it, they don't like it when I'm nervous. They don't like it when I'm insecure. They like it when I'm confident, when I'm grounded, and when I'm direct, from what I've noticed, and centered. They like these qualities. They don't like guys who are weak of character. All right? Keep those things in mind, and catch you guys later. I wish there was something else I could say. I feel like there's a lot of stuff I can say. How do I say? One more thing. Dude, all right, check this out. There's a redhead dancer, like a really hot one, that I met a while ago, and I was not able to connect with her. She's very good looking, like way more attractive than me, right? And she's dating a guy who is a super Chad, I am assuming, right? And I tried so long to meet her, and nothing came of it. And then recently, I was walking in the 80s, and this girl, I was walking in the New York area, and this girl, apparently she walked by me and recognized me, but we didn't talk. I just kind of looked at her as she walked by. I didn't know who it was. Beautiful girl, though. And she was walking behind me then with her friend, talking loudly, but I was just ignoring. I guess there were just some random young girls who were, I don't know what. And she texted me like 5 minutes later, after we parted ways. She said, "Ha ha ha, I just walked past you, I'm pretty sure." I'm like, "Oh, are you the girl walking next to your friend? Ha ha." And she said, "Yeah." Then she said, then I said, "Wow, you look beautiful, honestly." And then I said, "Let's share wine tonight. I'm meeting a friend for dinner, but can meet after 9:30. And then she said, "Lol, I'm in my gym clothes, not looking cute." And then she said, "I can't tonight, actually. I'm busy with work, but you looked good, though." And I said, "Lol, thanks." So yeah, it was my looks. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I only got these type of compliments after focusing on my health and my body. And I also do mewing, so that does help my face. I'm not gonna lie. Mewing does help my face. But these type of compliments, these type of scenarios would not happen 2-3 years ago for me. Only recently, since I've been improving my attractiveness and my behavior. If I walked by her and smiled like a Chuck E. Cheese like commercial, if I smiled at her, like all like jolly and stuff, it wouldn't be attractive to her. It would look too warm. Girls, warmth is good, but from first encounters, I've always felt portraying strength and strength of character and strength is more attractive. You should read the book Compelling People and try this stuff out. The book Compelling People is an excellent book. You could use it in all areas of life, pretty much. Anyways, guys, focus on improving yourselves. Don't be sad. Don't be upset. Don't wallow in your tears. You live one time. And I tell you guys something else, guys. Women are overrated, man. I'm telling you, dude. I have a girl who's been wanting to, like, she keeps trying to want to stay with me here where I'm living, and I'm like, I tell you, I like the company somewhat, But man, I tell you, I'm more of a Sigma male, I guess, because I really do like being having my own time and being in silence and doing my own thing. And then once a day or like once every few days, I like to go and meet with a girl. But other than that, I like to do my own thing. I like to be alone and reading and doing stuff like that. I'm not so interested in having some chick next to me all day being like, hey, so blah, 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 there's, I'll show you how to make paninis. Like, I don't know. There's girls who are like this. They like legit will bother the hell out of you. My brother is married, by the way. He's a married dude, and his wife and him get into fights all the time, man. Dude, he's I couldn't do that, man. When I get in too many fights and complications with women, I'm out of there. I just kind of drop it, man. I don't want to deal with that crap. I'm not the type of guy who enjoys wasting time and on negative energy. I don't like being in negative energy. And the neediness of women, man. At times they get needy, especially when they have the thing that makes them needy. I don't know what exactly makes them needy. When you fulfill a particular void that they have, let's say, when they get needy, man, it's like it really does drain your emotional energy. It really does. I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm a little careful about relationships. I'm careful. You could find once in a blue moon a woman who is like an asset to your life, who adds value as opposed to making you miserable. But for me, it's a more rare thing. And that's a good thing. If you find that, then keep it. Hold on one sec. If you find a woman who brings value to your life, it's not just about sex, man. It's not just about looks. But if you find a woman who actually brings value to your life and energy, who makes you happier, who makes you more productive, who makes you think at a higher level, who improves your character, that's a woman that you want. But it's rare. It's rare to find women who bring value and are an asset to your emotion, your mind, your life, your spirit. It's not common to find people like that. But when you find them, get them. The blonde girl from yesterday, I'll give you an example. The blonde girl from yesterday was so hot, bro. Her ass was unbelievable. Beautiful. Oh, my God. In the jeans. Then even with everything off, oh, my God. The such smooth, soft skin, such a juicy ass. I don't know what I should say about it. It was just amazing. Super hot. This girl was gorgeous, all right? But I tell you, I talked to her for a bit, and I could tell her place in her life, her emotional state, was not as bright as mine. So, you know that saying, if you, for instance, there's a quote, an old quote that says, if you hang out with an old person, it's good because you'll bring some more joy and brightness into his smile. But they leave out the fact that if you are that old unhealthy type person will also take away from your smile. It's a basic quote. There's definitely not the word for word, but it is. But the basic sense is that there's an exchange of energy between two people when they communicate, and there's a lot of people. My energy and my mental state is very high, so it's very much an asset to most people that I surround myself with, and that's why I do get a lot of people wanting to hang out with me, because my mental state, my energy state, my mindset, and my frequency is at a very good place for the most part. And some people envy it. Most people don't want to be around it, because I bring them to a higher mental place as well. And that's why I have a lot of people, guys and girls, who like hanging out with me. But it's always people of lower mental frequencies, mental states, who are wanting to hang out with me. People of higher mental states than me, for instance, higher frequencies than me. They're more positive. Their minds are in better places. Their emotions are in a higher level than mine. They aren't desperate to hang out with me. I'm actually more wanting to hang out with them. They're like my heroes, right? Like people like, I don't know. I can't name them off the top of my head, but people like, for instance, Thibaut Garcia, or no, not Thibaut Garcia. What's his name? Not Thibaut Garcia. What's his name? Actor. Who is this actor? Damn it. I forget this name of this actor. Henry Cavill, for instance. He looks like his mind is in a very high place. A lot of people want to hang out with him. Yes, he's very good looking, but it's also his mind. He's in a very bright, good area. He's very content, very clear-minded, very happy, very, he has, his mind is in a good place. So people of lower frequencies will always try to attach to people of higher frequencies so they could take some of that frequency and improve themselves with it, and it makes them feel better. And that's good. You should totally give to the world the brightness in you, right? The light in yourself. But also realize that there are people who are going to make you, like there's going to be some people, what you call energy vampires, for instance. They will suck that out of you. They will suck that energy, that life force out of you. And the blonde chick from yesterday, she was in terms of physical attractiveness, 8+. She was 8+. In terms of let's say connect, like energy frequency exchange, I was a 9. She was probably a 6. She was probably a 5 or 6. And women are attracted to men of higher frequency. Emotional, mental frequency. It sounds like pseudoscience, but I really do think that they're attracted to men of higher frequency. You could try to interpret that any way you can, but this is what I've seen. I'm a guy who's experienced things, all right? I know everything. I know all there is to know about the black pill and evolutionary psychology. I know a lot about it. So you're not talking to some crazy spiritual dude. What I'm saying here is stuff that I've really picked up on. Higher frequency. That's why a lot of times women will get with men who aren't particularly great looking. You could call it beta bucks, but a lot of the times I do think it's about frequency. Because I have friends who are rich, good looking, and have all those aspects, but their frequency is low. And they don't get girls. Listen, I have close personal friends who are male models, for crying out loud. Okay? I have close personal friends who are very good-looking people who are rich, all right? And I know that some of them have trouble with women. They go on a first date and they get blocked, man. They don't get talked to again. It's because they have and they're very nice people too. They are not douchebags. They're nice. They're successful. They're rich. They're good-looking, etc. But they're not succeeding because their frequency is not at a high level. Their mental state is mediocre. Okay, I'm going to give you a story about, I don't know if I've told you guys this already, but one of the greatest ladies men that I've known in my life was a guy that I met in San Francisco. He is he's known as a designer. He's a pretty smart dude. He's a little bit famous, but it's no one that you'd recognize off the street and be like, oh, this guy, I know this guy. You'll never recognize this guy. But I met him in California at a Whole Foods. He was inside the Whole Foods, and I saw him. There's this very pretty blonde girl, like princess level blonde, beautiful, walking in, like getting fruits. And I looked at her. I was like, all right, I definitely got to go meet this girl. I was looking at her. I was about to go in for the approach, and he comes in right before I do, and he starts talking to her, and then he says something like, I had to come stop to say hello. I was very drawn to you. And he was saying some stuff like that. And then he said, I don't want to lose the opportunity to see you again, etc. Then she looked at him with Bambi eyes. Like she was so attracted to him. And she gave him her number without any hesitation. And I was looking at him. I was like, what the hell just happened? This guy is short. He's Asian. Nothing that most. He was under 5'6". Let's put it that way. Like 5'6" was probably max. He was max 5'6". Short guy, little guy, Asian too. Okay, bald. All right, think about that. Short, bald Asian. Yes, he had good facial symmetry. He had a good-looking face. Yes. But short, bald Asian. Think about that, okay? And he had good style. He was wearing these cool headphones. He was wearing some stylish clothing. Muscular. He has good musculature. You know, he while he was in the store, I started asking him, like, how did you meet that girl? That was so impressive. Like, she was really into you. What did you do? And he was like, I have a student. I actually have taught this, blah, blah, blah. My student used to be terrible. Now he's doing better. He was trying to sell me some bullshit. But basically, he basically said, like, we could get together sometime. I could show you what I know. We could hang out, etc. I was like, okay, that would be great. But as we're talking, another girl walks up and said, she's like, she's nervous. She's like, I don't know the girl who wanted you to have this, but there's this girl here in the story who wanted you to have this. This is her phone number. She gave him her phone number. Some girl happened to him twice in the store. 2 girls gave their phone number in front of my face to him. A married woman was trying to engage in a conversation with him. Like, come on, dude. This is insane. Anyways, the thing that made him attractive, I think, okay? One, yes, he has a good physical appearance. I'm not saying he's genetically good looking. I'm saying his appearance is attractive. He's dressed very nicely. He's looking very put together. His skin is very nice. He has cool headset that makes him look like new age and stylish. But on top of that, he was very, very confident. The way he walked, he was muscular. And the way he walked, he wasn't like huge, but he was like decently muscular. The way he walked signaled so much confidence and strength. Even though he was short, so much strength was coming off of him. Girls picked up on this strength and they got attracted to it. Okay, I was like literally like several. I was a lot taller than this dude, not a lot taller, but pretty much taller than this guy. And San Francisco has a lot of tall people, so think about that. Girls walking up to him in a store, giving their numbers when they could go with some guy who was like 6'5". You know what I mean? So it's the frequency, man. They didn't know this guy's status. He wasn't particularly great looking. It was his frequency, his mental state. That's the one thing I picked up on him. His mental state was at a very high level. He was very strong as well, mentally and character-wise, and this was attractive to women. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you guys read the book Compelling People. Take in what I said. I do think there's some truth to it. If there's any debate, please let me know by message. Keep in mind, I'm a guy who does know the black pill. I've read a lot in evolutionary psychology. I'm a student of truth. I want to understand the truth of how things are. I would love to be able to break it down into science, but sometimes it's hard to do that, you know, about the frequency part, right? It's hard to break that down into science. But I'd love to get your take, and I'll try to get another subject for the next video. I'll let you guys know my progress from a guy who was not successful with women to a guy who now is improving, and how his life is changing through improvement of himself. All right. Goodbye, guys. Thank you.